Imagine an animal shelter that is quiet and smells clean. The dogs are peacefully lounging on beds, happily chewing away on stuffed chew toys, or sitting calmly at the front of their kennels, wagging hello as you approach. The cats are curled up in beds on elevated platforms or batting at dangling catnip toys. Volunteers are busily training dogs throughout the facility, and cat cuddlers are patiently teaching young, playful cats to play without using their claws. This is a shelter that people travel for miles to visit, lining up to adopt the friendly, well-trained residents. These are cats and dogs that will easily settle into their new, permanent homes. In this shelter, everyone who walks in walks out smarter and more aware of the needs of companion animals. This is an open paw shelter. Open Paw is designed to address the unwanted animal problem through the education of people and animals. The primary goal of Open Paw is to educate pet owners about animal behavior and care. Our second goal is to turn every animal shelter into a pleasant, friendly, quiet place where members of the community can go to learn about animals and about basic training and behavior. And we want to change the way shelters are structured, so that while animals are in the shelter, they learn or retain social skills, house training, and basic manners instead of losing those skills. So pets leave the shelter much better able to live successfully in a new home. We want every animal shelter to become a dog and cat university, where not only animals, but also people can learn. Open Paw's mission is to give people and their pets the tools they need to build a lasting and successful relationship with one another. Just by standing outside of the kennel and hand-feeding pieces of kibble to the animals, you'll be able to teach resident dogs to enjoy their environment and to enjoy people approaching their kennels, teach the animals to impress the heck out of potential adopters, and establish and maintain a quiet kennel. Really, it's true. If you can do this, you have already made the dog much more comfortable being in her kennel, made her more friendly and approachable for potential adopters, and given her a much better chance of being adopted. No one wants to adopt a scary, barking dog, but who wouldn't want to adopt that cute, tail wag? Stuffing chew toys is one of the best things you can do for your dogs. By stuffing hollow chew toys with the dog's daily ration, we help them to settle down quickly with an interesting project and develop a strong preference for those toys. So you're keeping the dogs mentally occupied and engaged, and giving them some central skills to live successfully in a home. Consider the dog in a home environment. She'll have to be bathed, groomed, and clipped. The vet will have to examine her. Children will want to play with her and may tug on her ears and tail. She may accidentally get tripped over or stepped on. If the dog has never had experience and practice with handling and progressive desensitization, the things that happen in a home environment can well become too stressful, and she may bite when too many stress factors come into play. Dogs who have experience with these exercises know that being handled, and even having things they like taken away, are good things. Instead of biting, a dog who's been well trained at level 3 is... Why is teaching polite greeting important? Everyone thought it was so cute when the puppy jumped up. Now the puppy is a grown-up dog, people get angry when he jumps up. What happened? Unfortunately, jumping to greet is one of those places where natural dog etiquette and human etiquette clash. In the dog world, jumping up to greet is a sign of polite enthusiasm, welcome, and even appeasement. Of course, to humans, having a 60-pound dog jumping on them when they come to the door turns out to be less than pleasing. How does polite greeting work? In this exercise, you'll learn the most productive way to teach the dog to sit or stand quietly to greet people. We'll use reward training to teach them that sitting or standing quietly gets attention and food, while jumping up means no attention and no food. In fact, it makes the potential food and attention go away. You give them an easy behavior to put in place of the jumping. As we said, dogs are very efficient in their behavior. If something works to get them what they want, they'll do it more and more. If something doesn't work, they'll do it less and less. At last, we're ready to start walking the dog. The methods we use to teach dogs to walk on a loose lead are all focused around getting them to tune into us as we walk, and teaching the dog that in order to go forward, the lead must be slack. If the lead is taut, they don't get what they want. Some methods will be very effective with one dog and not as effective with another. If one method is not teaching a particular dog effectively, simply switch to another. Use your judgment. When you begin, pick a fairly small stretch of sidewalk, around 10 yards long, to start with, and train the dog up and down in that area. At first the dog may be zipping back and forth, sniffing like crazy. After a few passes, though, the smells will be much less interesting, and it will be much easier for her to succeed at keeping the lead loose as she walks. After she gets very good on that small patch, you may expand the range of your walk by another 10 yards or so as a reward. In levels 3 and 4, we learned lure-reward training and used it along with classical conditioning and reward training to teach the dogs vitally important life skills like enjoying handling, giving up valued objects on command, playing according to the rules, and greeting politely. We also learned how to teach the dogs to walk politely on a loose leash. All of this training is vital. The Open Paw Shelter Program is designed so that the very process of caring for the animals not only fulfills their needs for comfort, companionship, mental stimulation, and entertainment, it also gives them the skills they need to find and keep a new home. Every shelter should model for the community how animals should be cared for and trained. By serving as a model for the community, an Open Paw Shelter helps the animals in its care and also helps inspire great relationships between people